Greetings, I am Nicholas Burns, and I am going to talk to you about my spring 2024 course at the College of 60 on Tolstoy on War and Peace. And the centerpiece of the course is going to be 10 sessions on Tolstoy's great novel, War and Peace, Vojna i Mir in Russian. And mir means not just peace, but also world, which I think is a very interesting clue to what Tolstoy is driving at. And the novel is about the two worlds of war and peace. And the interesting aspect of Tolstoy is, even though he writes a lot about not just the effect of wars on people, but military history, including the grand strategy of the military actions and even the historical purpose of Napoleon's invasion of Russia and the Russian resistance to that invasion. He also very much talks about peace and personal relationships and how people's lives are developing amid war in their love lives, in their family lives, and in their personal self definition. The two major male protagonists, Andrei and Pierre Bezukhov, and the female Andrei Bolkonsky and Pierre Bezukhov, and the major female protagonist, Natasha Rostov, are all defining themselves and they're all developing in a moral way, in a psychological way, in an ethical way. They're making mistakes, they're learning from those mistakes amid war and amid a situation where their country is being invaded and imperiled. And it's fascinating that Tolstoy keeps his eyes on both aspects of that process in a way that has been seldom equaled, although often imitated. We are not, though, going to look just at War and Peace. And I think that we will situate War and Peace in the first session and the last session by looking at the wars that Tolstoy actually experienced. The Napoleonic Wars were before he was born, but he fought in the Crimean War against Britain, France, and the Ottoman Empire, in, of course, a part of the world that is still, unfortunately, seeing suffering and war today. And he fought in the Caucasus against Muslim insurgents who were resisting Russian impingement in that region, Russian imperial impingement. And his very earliest work, Sevastopol Sketches, is about his Crimean War experience, and his one of his latest works, Haji Murad, is about that experience in the Caucasus. And so we will bookend the 10 weeks of War and Peace with those two short works, which will help situate and explain Tolstoy and our small masterpieces in their own right. If you're afraid of reading War and Peace and of taking the plunge, I wouldn't be. I think it's a book like many great books. Once you situate yourself in it, and once you get to know the characters and the situation and Tolstoy's approach, it will go pretty much quickly. We are going to read the latest translation by Pivir and Volkansky, which is much more accessible, much more colloquial, and in its more contemporary language. So I think once it's like jumping into the swimming pool, once you're used to the water, it will be fairly easy. One of the things I think we'll discover about Tolstoy is he is the master of detail. And there are lots of fascinating small details about the characters and the situations in these books. These very small nuggets of information that will disclose pretty significant reservoirs of meaning. And so there's a lot of finding the large in the small in this book. And once we're immersed in it, I think those meanings will very much reveal themselves in a way that's enjoyable and gratifying. Many thanks for your time and attention, and I look forward to you possibly taking this course with me. We are going to start Tuesday, February 6th, Tuesday mornings, and run through May, and it should be a very invigorating and instructive experience. Thank you, and have a good day.